Welcome inside Jefferson High School. It's a big-time Metro West battle. First place Jefferson taking on the Chanhassen Storm alongside Calvin Amundsen Geisel's Josh Powers. Glad to be with you for this one. Let's quickly send it down to house level for the starting lineups and our national anthem. All right, so unfortunately we're having a little bit of trouble with our house mic, but they are about to start the national anthem right now, so we will honor that as well. We'll see you on the other side for more on tonight's game. Great job there by the Jefferson Connection on the national anthem. As we're about ready to get this one underway, as they're going through starting lineups right now. Jefferson coming in at a 12-5 record, but 8-3 in the Metro West. They're in first place. Chanhassen 9-9 overall. They're a couple games back of Jefferson and Benilde in the Metro West, currently coming in at 6-5. And we'll welcome back in Calvin Amundsen Geisel. Calvin, these teams played earlier this year. Jefferson had a big win, but what should the fans know about Chanhassen tonight?
Well, Chanhassen is on the opposite end of Jefferson on the spectrum. You know, Jefferson's been winning; they've been doing really well, but Chanhassen really hasn't seen that spark this season. They had a 3-game win streak in late January, but then they just lost 3 games in a row. So they're playing 500 ball. They're not doing all that great. Their offense is pretty decent, but Chanhassen looks so far not to be as tough as opponent as maybe some other teams that they may face.
Yeah, and the earlier score was 62-45. Jefferson won that one. It was a big first half, and then Jefferson kind of coasted from there. I'm glad to be with you on BEC-TV and also on Jefferson's basketball YouTube channel, as we'll start streaming the Jaguar games there. If you're not familiar with BEC-TV, we've been around since the mid-'70s covering Jefferson and Kennedy. And yours truly has been on the mic for, gosh, more than 20 years now. I feel old, Calvin. You're not even that old yourself. Walk us through, because you're a current Jefferson student, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's been a fun experience. I know you've been around for a while, but I'm new, and I've only done maybe 5 games so far, but it's really great experience. You know, the fans are great. You know, the teams are great. BEC-TV has done this extremely well.
Jefferson in the Columbia blue there, Chanhassen in the white. Of course, the Jaguars led by Daniel Freitag, the sophomore, 24 12.6 points per game this year. He had 19 against Chanhassen earlier. Pretty easy to identify Daniel. He's not out there right now, but hopefully we'll see him. He's got those colorful pink sneakers jumping around over there in the back of your picture. So Chanhassen with first possession. Max Woods is their leading scorer. He averages 14.4 per game. Was held to just 10, though, in the earlier matchup. And the first shot is well defended by Austin Masoki for the Jaguars. A senior for Jefferson, 6'8". You gotta love that height. There's John Weber getting the start as well as Masoki. Aiden Adkins, he's been a fixture for Jefferson, as well as Hayden Holland, number 21, who has it now. And Blake Mamalakis, the other Jaguar out there, that's starting 5. Here's Weber. First shot is on target, and it's a 3. And if the threes are falling, Calvin, Jefferson's such a much more dangerous team. And it's nearly turned over by Chan.
That was a nice recovery right there.
They go inside. Will Schleicher will draw the foul. He'll shoot 2. Will is senior. Sorry, Schleicher there. Will Schleicher for them averages 6.9 points per game. Woods is the only guy in double figures. He wears number 3, by the way, as you look at that replay and the foul on Blake Mamalakis as Schleicher hits the free throw. Important one for Jefferson, Calvin. They're in first place, tied with Benilde. They, of course, would love to stay there, and winning this one would allow them to do that.
Yeah, Jefferson's got a 3-game win streak, so they'd totally like to ride this momentum and get another 4-game win streak, and that would bring the winning percentage up to 72%, and that's really good.
Offensive foul on Austin Masoki, the guy who hasn't seen a ton of minutes for Jefferson. When we covered the Kennedy game a couple weeks back, he only played in the JV game. Averages 3.5 points per game, but he's only scored in 2 games, so just 7 points this season for Masoki. With the early foul, second on the Jaguars. Patrick Brick with it, number 4 for Chan. Inside, Schleicher got it up but not in, and the rebound is off target. Floater is too strong, and there's the reach from Masoki to grab that rebound. Jefferson, a team with not a lot of traditional bigs, so Masoki helping to fill that height gap, and you saw it come into play on that defensive rebound.
Yeah, we've seen this season, rebounds are a big factor in many games sometimes.
Inside to Masoki, little pump fake. Well covered by Schleicher. Outside, Weber's already hit 1. Little short on the second. It's a rebound to Woods. Chan moving quickly. Brick in the corner. Line drive 3. No good, and a rebound from Mamalakis. Off a down screen, Weber. He'll fake on it this time. Little high-low, Mamalakis. Left-handed lay-in for the Jaguars.
Perfect execution. Chanhassen did not see that coming, so when they passed to him, he wasn't covered at all, and they got that point. It was good.
Yeah, great position there for Mamalakis. Brick will try the other side, and he lives up to his last name, an unfortunate last name for a basketball player, but 0 for 2 from distance. Jefferson trying to extend the early lead. And this is what they did in the first matchup. The Jaguars led by 15 at the half and coasted from there. Hayden Holland baseline drive cut off.
Holland's a big part of Jefferson's offense.
He's been a guy around for all 4 years at the varsity Holland. That runner comes up empty, and Woods moving it quickly ahead. His first shot is wide left as it spins out, but a nice rebound up and in from Braden Barger, a junior, number 15. It's the first field goal for the Storm. And third Jaguar foul already as off the bench tonight. There comes Daniel Freitag, a guy who figures to be the first Power 5 college player out of Jefferson since Cole Aldrich back in 2007. It's a three-point play from Berger. Freitag already with offers from both Minnesota and Wisconsin. Poked away. The Storm create a turnover. Woods, he loves to push that pace. Calvin, I think watching them for the first time, he's a guy that really loves to move quickly.
Yeah, and it probably frustrates him a little bit because he wants to move fast, but since everyone else is moving a little bit slower than he is, he can't seem to get those plays like he wants.
Woods will inbound it here on the baseline. Inside, Tanner Johnson up and in.
Freitag did all he could to block that, but you can only be so tall, you know?
Freitag quickly ahead. He's a guy that's not a ball-dominant player. He'll get his points in the system of the Jeff Evans offense, and that's what makes him that much more effective. Hayden Holland spins out on the three, and we've got a foul down low on Jackson McDonald, number 1 for Chanhassen.
Here's the replay.
He's all tied up there.
I don't know.
It's a tough one if you're Chan, but the officials don't get the benefit of that replay.
Very, very awkward play.
Looked probably more like a double foul, if anything.
Yeah.
Jefferson will get it on the inbound. Mamalakis to trigger. Ty Williams with the assignment on Freitag early. Williams, a senior for them. Woods, by the way, their leading scorer, is only a sophomore. Dribble drive, Freitag, wide open three, Weber, but it's no good. Jefferson 1 for 4 from three-point range early. Woods to the corner for McDonald. Good cutoff by Freitag. And forces an errant pass. That's saved, but it's right to Weber. So far, it's been pretty good defense from Chanhassen. Other than that high-low, they've defended Jefferson well.
Yeah, Jefferson's still trying to find the holes, but they can't seem to do that quite yet.
Freitag step back. He'll pass on the three. Freitag definitely with range from deep. There is that step back. Top of the key. Short from Freitag, and the rebound plucked out of the air by Keaton Bowl, number 14. Here's Barger. They give him an alleyway to the hoop, and he takes it.
What you're going to see with Jefferson is that they're going to keep shooting threes until they can find a way to penetrate the defense. Because if they get stuck on the outside, they can't get in the paint, they're just going to shoot threes, and that's going to lower their chances of scoring exponentially.
Samir Jones and Kashawn Cobalt ready to check in for Jefferson at the next whistle. 6 minutes in, Chanhassen on a 7-0 run to grab the early lead right now. Another tough possession on offense for Jefferson. They're always patient, though, under Coach Evans. Inside Mamalakis, Freitag, baseline runner. Good catch over there by Holland. That was a bullet pass from Freitag. Knocked away, Ty Williams. He'll go up and jam it with Freitag right behind him. And now a 9-0 run. That gets the Storm bench all excited. Wasn't necessarily a poster on Freitag, but that's one of the best basketball players in the sophomore class. And Williams was able to dunk with him chasing him from behind. This one off the leg of Holland. It's another Jaguar turnover.
Things are starting to look a little bit weird for Jefferson right now. They are having a really hard time breaking through that Storm defense. You can see they keep going in, trying to go back out, but they can't seem to find it. You can see a little bit of frustration on their faces. Even Daniel Freitag isn't quite being able to find, a route inside to get that point.
Yeah, you mentioned weird. It's not often you see a kicked ball go all the way across the court by somebody like that. From the corner, McDonald on target with a 3. And now it's a 12-0 run. The Storm doing to Jefferson what the Jaguars did in the earlier matchup. Get out to a big lead early. Freitag will try to cut into it. Too strong. Bull with the rebound. Leo Clare is checked in, number 0 with it right now for Chanhassen. McDonald from the other corner. Boy, that one nearly dropped. Chanhassen not lacking any confidence early. They go inside, little fadeaway. Deshaun Cobald with his first bucket.
That was good. He didn't pass back out. He didn't hesitate. He just went up and took it.
Cobald averaging 10.5 points per game. Holland is the other guy for Jefferson in double figures on average at 13.5. So those are the 3 that score the majority of Jefferson's points all out there right now. Inside Freitag, triple team, Cobald. Over to Jones. Jones not a huge threat normally from distance, but does have the range. Adkins baseline. They close out nicely on Freitag. Adkins is open. Jefferson missing on some wide open 3s. Here's McDonald. He shifts it over to Williams. And knocked away by Freitag, out of play. So we're midway through this first half, a slow offensive start for Jefferson with just 7 points.
Yeah, Jefferson brought in Jones, Samir Jones. He isn't a big threat when it comes to points, but he knows what he's doing, right? He doesn't score a lot of points, but he's kind of there to, he's kind of like the oil. He makes things work.
Yeah, good ball handler, which Jefferson needs. Here's another 3 from the Storm. Patrick Brick.
Brick wanted a foul on that, but the ref didn't give it to him. There's the rebound.
Chanhassen by 9. Jones will reluctantly take it on the 3 and come up short. Brick hands it off to Woods. Woods, nifty move to the right. Jeff Evans might need a timeout. It's 18-7 Chan.
That was quick feet. You saw that. There was nothing that Atkins could do.
You could see why Woods leads them in scoring, 14 points per game with moves like that. Inside Freitag. Draws the double and stepped on the baseline for a turnover. Give it back to the Storm, up double digits early. They'd love to end this Jaguar 3-game winning streak. They've all come in conference. St. Louis Park, Waconia, and Cooper. Woods, penetration off the window. Max Woods, back-to-back buckets. There's the timeout.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen sooner or later, no matter what.
20-6, or 20-2 run actually, right? Or 19-2. If I can do my Jefferson High School math there. 19-2 run for the Storm. And first timeout for Jeff Evans. And the Jaguars back in first place in the Metro West, third in the QRF in their section, not too far behind Park of Cottage Grove. So they're a team right now, Calvin, kind of building toward that postseason. I know there's a few more weeks left in the regular season. Jefferson would love to get back to that state tournament again, and certainly when you have a player like Daniel Freitag, he's going to give that Jaguar, I know he's only a sophomore, but he's going to give that Jaguar team, going to be a legitimate contender for not only a Metro West title. Obviously they're tied for the lead right now in that, but in section play they're going to be one of the teams to watch for as well.
Yeah, you want to hear a weird stat about Daniel Freitag? He has scored almost a third of all of Jefferson's points this season. You could do that. That tells you just how much they rely on him. And it's not just Freitag, but also it's Holland and Scott Cobalt. But Daniel Freitag is a monster.
Well, he's scoreless tonight, and that is one of the reasons why Jefferson is down 13. Still plenty of game left, and a big crowd on hand on this Jefferson side that would love to start getting involved in this one.
I think Jefferson just has to find their groove. You've seen the angry looks on their faces. They just gotta start passing the ball and hope things go well.
Chanhassen switching to a 2-3 zone right now with Jefferson's cold outside shooting start. Corey Christofferson dialing that one up, the head coach for Chan. 3 launched from the wing, and it's good for Samir Jones. So maybe that'll jumpstart a Jaguar run back to within 10. Here's Brick, closed out quickly by Jones. Ty Williams trying to get around Freitag, and Freitag poked it away, comes back to Williams, wide open in the corner, but no. Chan one and done. Jones, why not? Left wide open again. That one just short. He is obviously being left wide open by Chanhassen. That's 3 attempts for him already, which is unusual. And we have a foul, I think, on Daniel Freitag. This will be 3 free throws for McDonald.
Freitag needs to get aggressive. You know, if you watch him, if you see him during the game, he's not slacking off, but he's taking his time, you know. But I think if he just starts moving a lot, the entire offense has been sluggish. But I think if Freitag can really get in there and start moving a lot, then they'll have a better chance of scoring.
That was an interesting foul. Freitag didn't really challenge the shot and appeared to hit McDonald for some reason right on the thigh. That spotted the attention of the official. Not needed at all there from Freitag.
Yeah, you can be frustrated all you want in sports, but that crosses the line.
And they make him pay all 3 free throws there for McDonald. Back to a 13-point lead for the visitors. They leave Cobalt, nice pump fake down the lane, drops it off, and it's going to be wiped away. An offensive foul on Cobalt. As it was Brick that time to step up and draw the charge, as it looked like he just got out of that restricted circle.
These calls are just not going Jefferson's way so far.
Chance to build on a healthy lead for Chanhassen. They turn it over, but Jones lost it. Off of Woods, though, so Jefferson will get it back.
Let's see the replay here. Oh, they just got tripped up. I don't think there was necessarily a foul, but there were just too many legs in too small a space.
Freitag, beautiful pump fake, and the floater is good. First points for Daniel Freitag.
Like I was saying about Freitag, he's got to be aggressive. He can score.
You got to be careful playing with 1 foul. You would hate to miss a lot of this half. Although we are down to under 6 left in the half. Cobalt has picked up his second, and now Chanhassen 1 away from the bonus.
Already? Wow.
So the Storm will shoot free throws the rest of the half. Knocked away by Holland. And it will be Cobalt, but he can't keep it alive. You gotta love the hustle from both teams. Cobalt getting after it on the floor as well.
Cobalt was right in position, but he just slid too far and he couldn't get it out before he hit the line. You can see the Storm bench very animated about what goes down.
They're only 2 games back in the Metro West behind Benilde and Jefferson. They know this is a big opportunity for them tonight. Woods off a down screen, short on the 3, and the rebound tapped out by the Storm.
Yeah, Chanhassen definitely isn't playing like a 500 team today. They got their A game today. Freitag's trying his best to get his players in position.
There's the 3, it's no good, and taken down by Barger. Woods quickly ahead as he loves to do. It's tipped by Adkins, but right to McDonald. And it will stay in. for Jackson McDonald. Fortunate deflection there for the Storm. Adkins, pump fake, finds Holland. Top of the key, that's off target. And Freitag unable to bounce it off of Woods. It's rotated to Woods on the wing. Short offensive rebound though. Schleicher may have got away with a push off there. It's a basket for Chanhassen, now up 15. Jefferson has to take another timeout.
All right, so in my expert opinion on basketball, I think that there must be some sort of magician in the audience tonight, and they've cursed the Jaguars. Because I don't know what you guys think, but every deflection has seemed to gone the Storm's way, and the calls definitely seem to have gone Chanhassen's way, and the crowd is not happy about that last play. But at the same time, the Jaguars' offense really hasn't, gotten it tough together quite yet.
They're settling for a lot of threes, and so far they've hit 2, but probably out of at least 9 attempts, maybe even 10 at this point. So we'll see if the Jaguars can jumpstart it. You see that nice big student section here tonight. Just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. First place, Jefferson. Trying to stay that way with a win. They just are leaving Samir Jones wide open, but he's missed his last 2. Notice they're not leaving Freitag wide open. Look how far Woods is out challenging him. Good defense from Woods. But coming over and committing the foul, Braden Barger.
I think that first drive by Freitag, he went in, he got blocked, but I think he stepped back not because he didn't think he was going to make it, but because he thought he wouldn't get the foul call. And so he stepped back and tried it again, and he got it that time.
Mamalakis back in the game for Cobalt, who has the 2 fouls. Again, look how they sag on Jones to get a double on the post. Freitag just nowhere to go. He's been drawing double and even triple teams at times.
They got to drive. That's what they have to do. They have to drive.
There it goes into the post to Mamalakis. A minute plus on this possession. To the corner, it's Holland. And the 3-pointer's no good. And Chan would love those possessions the rest of the night. Jefferson keeps it over a minute, and a 3 from the corner is the option at the end of it. There's McDonald sneaking inside. Holland has the board. Adkins pump fake, little floater, and a late whistle. I think they almost had to have that call. Adkins undercut there by McDonald, and I know he tried to back out of there late, but he caused Adkins to fall hard to the floor. And I think a good call there.
Yeah, I think Coach is just happy that he didn't injure his shoulder at all.
Right. So Aiden Adkins to the line at 7.5 points per game. First free throw of the game for Jefferson. And Aiden gets the second in for his first point of the game. Still a 14-point Chan lead. Jefferson trying to mix it up. Calvin going with a little full court look. And they force a turnover on the double dribble.
Yeah, Chanhassen was going good, but then they just kind of tried to go too fast, and so that just caused double dribble. You can't quite get your bearings when you're trying to go that fast, so you got to be really precise about it.
And Bull, who is a post player, not used to that speed as he commits the turnover there. Inside to Freitag, quickly up and quickly in. Nearly deflected away by Holland. Final 2 minutes of the half. Woods. It's a block on Freitag, his second foul.
I don't know how to feel about. Oh, you can hear the fan section.
Watch this. He couldn't have been standing anymore still. I don't know. Out of the restricted area, clearly. That is a tough one, to say the least. Look at Freitag just camped.
Call me biased, but boy, I agree with the fan section. That was not a foul.
So now Freitag stays in there with the 2 fouls. So now both Daniel and Kashan Cobald with a pair of personal fouls for Jefferson. Freitag from the wing. It's his first 3, and that makes him a very dangerous player if those start falling. Daniel up to 7 points, and a Chanhassen turnover. Crowd starting to get involved a little bit, and a Chanhassen timeout. Corey Christopherson noticed it as well.
I wasn't going to say anything, but now that the Chanhassen coaches call a timeout, I'm going to say it. The momentum's kind of shifting now. You can tell that.
Yeah, you can feel it in the building, and that's what Corey Christopherson, he's in the building, he can feel it, so he goes ahead and uses Chan's first timeout with 1:27 left in the first half. Josh Powers alongside Calvin Amundsen Geisel. Jefferson dug itself a big hole to start this one. They were down 15. They've been trailing most of the half, but trying to get back into it before the break. If they could cut it into single digits, Calvin, that would be very promising for the second half.
Yeah, that 3 that Freitag made was it helped a lot because 15 to 29 looks pretty bad, but 18 to 29, that's only 11 points. That can be made up. So it's all about the perception as well. It's not just the number of points, but it's the perception. That lead was cut down quite a bit. So now the Jaguars are going to go in here, just hopefully they go in aggressively and they try and score as many points as possible in this minute and a half they have left.
Freitag in the corner, gets to the elbow, as was well covered. Freitag wants the isolation. You see the double team creeping over, just couldn't find anywhere to go. Jones, they leave him wide open again. He knew that was off right as he let it go, and now a foul on Mamalakis, and it's a 1-and-1 for Chanhassen. And I think the Storm has done well. We said at the top of the broadcast, Samir Jones has range from 3, but if someone's going to shoot 5 threes and a half, I think Chanhassen would pick him, and that's what's happened here.
Yeah, you've seen a couple of plays where Samir's been at the top of the zone, but they just haven't covered him because they know he doesn't want to shoot that 3.
Barger does miss the front end of the 1-and-1. So Jefferson survives that foul. Final minute of the half. Freitag crossover baseline, fade. Can't really stop that move from Daniel Freitag. Up to 9 points. We'll see if Chan plays for 1. Inside, Ty Williams able to sneak it around Samir Jones.
Didn't have to dunk that one to make that one in.
And probably last shot time here for the Jaguars.
I think Freitag wanted to play for real, but they all just want Freitag to make that last second shot.
Back to Daniel, lines up a 3, spins in and out, and the rebound. Diving to the floor, Bowl, just to make sure there wasn't a jump ball. First half ends, and Chanhassen, the visitors, they lost to Jefferson earlier this year by double digits. But Calvin, right now they lead by double digits at the end of this half.
Yeah, they're doing really well, but honestly, I think it's just Jefferson's fault. It's really, I'm not saying that Chanhassen's defense is not doing well, but the offense for Jefferson is just, it's just like the light switch just been turned off. See, what they're doing is they're just they're waiting for a spot to open, but that's not going to happen unless they create it, right? You've seen Freitag, he's just kind of waiting around for a spot to open up that he sees, but they have to create that. So I think when they come back from this halftime, that they have to be aggressive. They can't just stand back and wait. They have to go in. They have to make those drives, even if the defense is tough. Make those drives, mess with the defense a little bit, and that's how they're going to win this ball game.
Jefferson held to just 20 points in the first half. They're in first place now. They're hoping to stay there at the end of the night. They got some work to do second half. Coming up next from Jefferson High School.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Back at Jefferson High School, 31-20, Chanhassen leading the first place Jaguars alongside Calvin Edmondson, Geisels, and Josh Powers. Calvin, it was a mix for Chanhassen. First, strong defense for them, obviously limiting Jefferson to 20 points, but they were able to get their offense involved maybe a little bit more than, obviously, than Jefferson would like them to have.
You know, Chanhassen's their defense has been pretty good so far, but it's really about Jefferson, and they just have to get their offense going. But here's a good stat that the Jefferson folks might like. Jefferson has scored 100 more points in the second half than they have in the first. And in the second half, Chanhassen has been outscored by 30 points or so. I think that's what it was last time I checked. So here, Jefferson should get the upper hand in points scored, and they should be able to come back in this game.
Well, let's hope that those trends continue. Jefferson gets first possession. Freitag led them in the first half with 9. Nobody else had more than 3 for Jefferson, so Freitag, the only guy with more than 1 field goal. Inside to Kashawn Cobald. Turns and scores.
That's what they need. Just get into the paint and just start putting the ball up.
Cobald was a little bit limited in the first half, picked up 2 fouls. Here's a 3 from Brick. And Patrick Brick now with a couple of threes.
Here's the replay on that. You saw Holland. He kind of went to the middle and then left Brick right open.
Freitag with a quick bucket down the lane. So after not doing much inside in the first half, Calvin, we talked about it, both Jefferson buckets to start the second half have come on the interior. Chanhassen with 4 threes as a team. Overall is Mamalakis Linderman with the foul.
That was not a foul, I don't think. I think
that second little shove there from Mamalakis that may have
that could have been it.
Drawn it. Just my opinion. If I was inside the mind of an official, Calvin, I don't know that I'd want that, if I could read minds. Brick again for 3. That one planes off the rim, picked up by the Jaguars. Down 10. And the Jaguars will slow it up and look at a secondary opportunity. They want Freitag on a post up, but wasn't available. He's certainly got the height advantage on Woods, who's been covering him for a lot of this game. Cobalt spins, beautiful feed. Adkins down the lane, too strong.
That was a great pass by Cobalt, though. You got to give him props.
Yeah, Adkins probably should have just gone ahead and shot that three. He had a much more difficult finish near the rim. This will go back to the Jaguars on a Chanhassen turnover.
Yeah, Woods just tried to do too much with it there. He lost his footing, couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and so now here we are at Jefferson's ball.
Mamalakis, by the way, picked up his third foul with that whistle a couple minutes back. Only guy so far with 3. He stays in there as well. Free tag to his right, finds Cobalt, and he is almost bear hugged for the foul. They'll say it was before the act of shooting. He was trying to go up for the shot.
Yeah, that looked a little awkward overall.
Just wasn't able to. He was being held by 2 players. First Chanhassen foul of the half. They committed just 2 fouls in the first half. Jefferson only had 2 free throw attempts, 1 out of 2. Chanhassen was 7 out of 9. Holland left, wide open. His first points of the night.
That brings the Storm's lead down to single digits.
It was as high as 15. Freitag poked it away, but Woods recovers. That may have been a dunk for Freitag, and it stayed loose. You're seeing more Jefferson pressure on the defensive end this half, and a little bit too handsy there from Hayden Holland.
Well, Jefferson did a good job keeping the defense straight right there. You saw, the ball got passed around, and all the players got converged in one spot, but they were able to come back, and just a small mistake by Holland.
Inside, Schlichter comes up short. And the Jaguars can cut into the lead even further. Freitag fakes the step back. Inside, wide open was Cobalt. Then kind of waited to be covered there.
I think he assumed he would just be automatically covered, so he didn't go. He didn't realize he had space.
Schlichter dropped it down to Barger. Back to Schlichter, poked away by Cobalt. Mamalakis in a one-on-one. Euro step, but then got blocked by Tanner Johnson. Woods pass, somehow stayed in. Schlichter from the corner, an air ball. The rebound tipped over to Barger, and his runner goes. Just another one of those bounces that somehow has ended up with Chanhassen in this game.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate deflection. Jefferson couldn't do much about that.
Here's Freitag, up and lays it in.
I think he was trying to dunk that, but a hand got in the way.
Well, he's got the athleticism, even though he had thoughts about dunking it. Just flips over that wrist and lays it in.
The fan section really making some noise right now.
Jefferson D making it tough for Chanhassen this half. Schlichter somehow found his way inside.
Jefferson has started to find their offense, but at the same time, Chanhassen has started to find their defense.
38-29, Freitag, too easy. Just blew right by his man. 15 now for Freitag. Jefferson's been close to forcing so many turnovers. There's another one from Schlichter, couldn't complete the play. Inside Cobalt, and he's fouled.
That was the perfect pass right there. Instead of going outside like they had usually done, they had been doing that all night. They had gone down the court, but they had kept throwing it around the paint. But that time they threw it directly in the paint. See that pass right there? And he had the opportunity. Even if he didn't get it, he got the foul. That's good enough.
Yeah, Freitag set that up. You saw the no look there. drew the defense. Cobalt left wide open, and he converts on the free throw. This is as close as the Jaguars have been since about 6 minutes in. Chanhassen went on a 19-2 run after the opening couple of minutes, led by as many as 15. And another timeout taken by Corey Christopherson. Each team with 3 timeouts left. Good surge here, first 5.5 minutes, Calvin, from the Jaguars. Things getting a lot more interesting right now.
Yeah, that's exactly why the Chanhassen coach called that timeout. He's got to reset his players, you know. Their offense is still going strong. It's just their defense has to get somewhere, you know. And so since Jefferson has found their offensive stroke, they got to find a better way to defend against it now. Because, they're starting to drive more, they're starting to get in there. So all they have to do is really shore up their defense, and I'm pretty sure Chanhassen can hold on. But, there's 12 minutes left in this game. Anything could happen.
Yeah, Jefferson already with 12 points this half after just 20 in the first half. And they're getting some quick buckets, as you mentioned, Calvin. And on the defensive side for Jefferson, been about a number of instances that turnovers could have been forced. Chanhassen fortunate to survive some of those. So you can tell the Jaguars defensively, I'm sure that was one of the conversations in the locker room from Jeff Evans, is clearly turning things up in terms of pressure and intensity on the defensive end, and that's what we've seen so far in this half.
Right. If you just sit around and wait for stuff to happen, nothing's going to happen because you have to create that. You have to make that happen. You got to force the change in that defense, in the offense, and that's what's going to get your team going.
So Chanhassen ball after the timeout. And the Jaguars look like a little bit of a change up here defensively. Looks like a matchup zone. High ball screen for Woods. Got to the baseline, and Masoki affected that shot. Austin Masoki back in for the first time since the opening couple of minutes where he got the start tonight. And another foul on Chanhassen. It's Ty Williams a little too aggressive on the post-up attempt by Freitag.
Something else you might want to notice, you'll see, if you watch closely, you'll see Daniel Freitag. He's kind of yelling at his teammates. He wants things to go a certain way, and he knows how it should go. But his teammates, aren't also Daniel Freitag's. So, yeah, you can see right there, he's yelling at his teammates. He's trying to get the best out of his team, but he's not getting what he wants.
Did get fouled on that fadeaway jumper by Ty Williams, so Daniel Freitag to the line. Very good foul shooter. We saw that particularly a couple weeks ago against Kennedy. He had 20 points in that game, and half of them came from the free throw line, and he swishes both of them.
Yeah, the more aggressive you are, the more fouls you'll get, and so the more points you'll score overall.
Just a 4-point lead for the Storm. McDonald thought about it, then Freitag got a hand right in his face. Tanner Johnson, not a three-point shooter. Tipped away by Freitag, but Chanhassen will keep it. Excellent defense this possession by the Jaguars.
Yeah, now the Chanhassen offense is starting to look like a little bit like the Jefferson offense in the first half, because they're standing around the three-point line trying to figure out what to do.
Ooh, that Chan may have been fortunate there. Hard to tell exactly on that replay, but Storm will keep it. Woods setting up another high ball screen. Darts under Masoki, finds McDonald. Offensive foul! Blake Mamalakis. That's a big call, Calvin. That would have been his fourth foul, but I think it was the right call.
That changes.
He was set up outside that area.
That changes so much. It keeps the momentum on Jefferson's side because that was a very open layup. It was a great pass, great execution, but that offensive foul, that changes everything.
Yeah,
and you could hear the student section roaring.
Wipes away a bucket, keeps Mamalakis at just 3 fouls, and leading scorer Woods just picked up his 3rd. All on that whistle. See if the Jaguars can take advantage. Down by 11 at the half. Holland baseline, scoops it up and in. What a move from Hayden Holland. It's a 2-point game.
That was surprising.
3-pointer, no. Rebound to Bull, who keeps it alive for Chanhassen. Williams had it poked away by Freitag. Another bounce. Goes the Storm way. That could have easily been picked up, and Jefferson would have been on the fast break. Woods launches from deep. No good. Jefferson a chance to tie or take the lead. They led briefly in the opening couple of minutes. It's been all Chanhassen since. Those were under 10 minutes for the second half. Jefferson trying to stay in first place with the win. They're tied right now with Benilde St. Margaret at 8-3. Freitag has it on the wing. Fade away, corner, no. And a nice box out there from Braden Barger. Here's Woods, got to the basket and lays it in. 8 for Max Woods.
Yeah, Freitag couldn't stop him. He drove all the way. No one really got in his way, so he was able to score. Some nice effort right there from Woods.
Yeah, 2 pretty talented sophomores right there, everybody. Woods and Freitag doing battle. Here's Holland open. Short on the 3. Tried to chase it down. Woods got out of the way just in time. And the pass too far for McDonald as it's tracked down by Aiden Adkins. Kashawn Cobalt ready to check in at the next whistle. But it's been a while since the last whistle. I would assume check again for Masoki. We'll find out as we're down to the final 8 minutes of this second half. Mamalakis launches, comes up short. Wide open. They leave him on the wing and Barger makes him pay.
Yeah, it appears that Holland's not having a great defensive night tonight. You see him down on defense, he'll leave his man open, and that's allowed at least 2 or 4 points to score tonight.
Barger leads them in scoring tonight with 9. Freitag no good. Momentum starting to shift back to Chan. Barger again. Again he hits. Timeout Jefferson.
Good call.
A nice spurt from the visitors. Jefferson had it to within 2, but Braden Barger has helped Chanhassen pump that lead right back up to 8 points.
Yeah, this timeout is going to be crucial because if Jefferson goes back out after this and does what they've been doing so far, they aren't going to come back. They might get within 2, they might get close, but they're not going to win because it feels like Chanhassen has kind of figured out their offense now, and they've kind of halted that offensive streak they kind of had going. So now, coach has got to reconfigure his players. There were a couple plays a couple minutes ago that the ball was all over the place. The ball was almost going out of bounds, getting chucked back in, it was high in the air. Jefferson just has to slow it down, go back to the fundamentals, and just start putting the ball up and scoring those points, and that's how they're going to win.
Jefferson trying for conference championship number 15 all time as a program. Glad you're with us tonight on BEC-TV. Alongside Calvin Amundsen Geisel, Josh Powers. Also welcome those of you watching on Jefferson Basketball's YouTube channel. We're streaming there for the first time this season. Jefferson's been on the comeback trail most of the night. At the time of the game right now where they can't afford to fall behind by many more points than what they currently are right now, down 8. Inside Cobald. Spins left, dishes at corner. Adkins faked the 3, whips it out to Mamalakis. No. Way off, free tag saved it, but Brick is there for the visitors. May see Jefferson go to a 3-quarter or full court defense as well as unforced error there for McDonald. Jefferson could use Chanhassen to make some mistakes, and there was one of them.
Well, that bounce went their way. Nothing they could do there. Now Jefferson has to capitalize on this.
High post, Cobalt, nice spin to the left, back to the right. Beautiful pivot from Kashawn Cobalt.
I think Cobalt just needs to believe in himself. He's good. He just has to start driving a little bit more.
Yeah, just a beautiful move. Corner look for Brick. He'll pass it up this time. Hit Adkins, it looked like. Good defensive possession. Woods is on the bench right now for Chanhassen, so where will they turn offensively? It's Ty Williams, too strong. Mamalakis able to deflect that over to Holland. Crossover free tag. Cobalt thought about it. Five and a half minutes left. Inside to Kashawn, up and in.
That was perfect execution right there. That's exactly what Jefferson needs.
Well, they passed up some three-pointers to get a better look, and they just got it there from Cobalt. He's come alive in the second half.
Perfect.
7 points in the half for Cobalt, 9 for the game. And after that timeout from Jeff Evans, Calvin, the Jaguars, nice little 4-0 run, lead cut in half, timeout Chanhassen.
Yeah, that execution was great, right? Instead of going up forward or passing it back out, it seems like today at least, Jefferson has scored by surprising the opponent, but they're not surprising the opponent. They're surprising the opponent using the fundamentals. You know, it's kind of interesting. You know, when they actually do pass in the middle, they score points. It's kind of interesting.
Jefferson, the Evans coaches, Jack and now Jeff, they have been preaching fundamental basketball at Jefferson High School for a half a century combined.
Something else you'll see, if an offense isn't doing quite right, instead of going for aggressive moves, the point guard will simply stare. He'll stare into the void and try and figure out what he's supposed to be doing. You'll see it.
Woods back in after the timeout. Tipped away and picked up by Holland. And poked away by Ty Williams, or that was probably a layup. Not a lot of fast break points in this game. Good speed there from Williams. Able to chase down Holland in time, but still Jefferson basketball off the turnover. Free tag, explosive move, and free throws coming up. He's obviously a good leaper, Calvin. It's a well-rounded game for Daniel because he's a good leaper. We've seen his shooting. He can shoot the three, free throws, very good free throw shooter. But I think the most impressive part of that game is that explosive first step that he has.
Yeah, he's just got that, thing to him. He'll be walking slowly along the corner of the paint, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's max speed going across the court trying to get that layup.
Which makes him a very good wide receiver, obviously, in the fall. Freitag, big second half with 10 points. Now 19 for the game. Jefferson back to within 2. It's going to be a fun final 5 minutes here from Jefferson High School. Three-quarter court trap by the Jaguars. Woods finds Brick. Brick drops it off. Schleicher. That shot affected inside by Cobalt, and then nearly stripped from behind. Freitag with the loose ball. Samir Jones is back in. He sat out most of the second half for Jefferson. Daniel wants to reset the offense. High post, Cobalt. Dribble handoff, and Freitag rattles it in.
And this game is tied, baby.
It's been a long uphill climb. Jefferson was down 15, but not anymore. All even at 44. Woods splits the D. Teardrop. Rattles out, but tipped in. Waiting for that to fall was Barger. Took advantage. Barger may be their best player tonight. He has 13 to lead the Storm. Some big baskets here in the second half. They leave Jones again. Oh, they're also going to leave Mamalakis as he threw it away.
Jones didn't even notice. He just went in the pass. It was, that was just bad communication. Not necessarily anyone's fault. They just couldn't execute that play.
So Chanhassen gets it back with a 2-point lead. 3:15 left. Big possessions in this low-scoring game. Woods high ball screen again. That's been their offense in the second half. Barger crosses over! Rejected by Cobalt, but I think the foul is on Mamalakis from behind. We'll see.
He got slapped straight in the face. Watch.
There's Cobalt with the block, but I think the contact, actually it is going to be on Cobalt, his third. Boy, tough one there.
I think there would have been a foul anyway. Cobalt was there in front, and he drew the, but I think Mamalakis came behind. It was hard to see in the replay, but he came behind and hit him right in the face. So,
yeah, I think the foul should have been on Mamalakis. They called it on Cobalt. Those were the first free throws of the second half for Chan as Barger gets 1 of 2 and now a 3-point lead for the visitors with under 3 to go. Tipped away by Barger. Barger up and in! What a performance from Braden Barger.
Barger doesn't get the ball too often, but when he does, it's 110% effort out of him.
16 for him now. A 5-point lead. Step back, Freitag from the corner, no. And a box out by McDonald, but he got a little handsy. And that may be the bonus now for Jefferson. Watch McDonald right there down low. Good call there. And it is team foul number 7, so that puts Jefferson in the penalty. They're going to need these free throws the rest of the way. 4 for 4 this half. All of those by Freitag as Holland comes up short. A big miss there. Woods got by Freitag, dropped it off to Barger, and he juggled it. And now Freitag heading the other way. He'll two-hand slam it.
Bam! That's just what Jefferson needed right there.
What a sequence there. Chan looked like they were going to have a layup. Instead, it's a Freitag dunk. Woods out of control. Rebound by Woods, and he's fouled. And 2 shots as Max Woods was able to track down his own miss.
This foul on Cobalt.
All night, Chanhassen's been able to make those little plays, those extra couple of offensive rebounds, deflections that have gone their way, those 50-50 balls. It was the 4th on Cobalt. Woods makes the first to bump the lead back to 4. No reason to take Cobalt out now with just 1:47 left. Jefferson needs a bucket on this trip.
It's a 5-point game. They gotta do this.
Off a screen, Adkins. Free tag open. He'll pass on the 3. Tried to get around Barger. A lot of contact and no foul. And then they're going to get Barger as he tried to go through. Free tag for that loose ball, and that'll put Daniel Free tag to the line.
This is one of those games they're going to fight tooth and nail to the end.
Yeah, Chan trying for a big road upset win in this one. They've led most of the way. Jefferson evened it up at 44 apiece with about 5 minutes left, but just 2 points since. Holland missed on a 1-and-1 a couple possessions ago, but Free tag is 4 for 4 from the line today. That one's short. Boy, 2 front ends missed by the Jaguars, and now it's clock management time for Chan. We'll see how they played here. Jefferson may need to change up D. Woods goes right to the bucket and scores. Max Woods coming up key late. Is off the ball, a Chan foul, which will put Cobalt to the line for a 1-and-1. That's a nice call for Jefferson. Stops the clock. Gives them a chance to creep closer.
Well, the replay guy is showing you how high Free tag can jump right there.
Cobalt misses the 1-and-1. Jefferson normally a good free throw shooting team, but that's 3 front ends missed here in the second half. That's 6 potential points left up on the board in a 7-point game, and now they need to commit fouls to get Chan to the penalty. That's just 5 team fouls on the Jaguars. Still need to commit 2 more to get Chanhassen shooting free throws. As they lob to Woods. Trying to grab him, Holland. They let it go. They'll foul Brick for 44.7, but they still need to commit 1 more.
You can hear the crowd trying their best to pump up their team.
See if they foul McDonald, and they do. It's 1-and-1 time for Chanhassen. Jefferson's missed all 3 of their front ends on 1-and-1s here in the second half. McDonald hit all 3 free throws back in the first half when he was fouled on a 3. And he makes it 4 for 4.
8-point game.
Chanhassen has done well from the line in this game. That's 12 out of 15 for the game. The Jaguars need to move quickly. In the corner, Adkins. Boy, you just need to trigger that one. I know he's not the top option from distance, but you need 9 points quickly. Freitag gets him a deuce. Timeout, Jeff Evans. And Jefferson took 18 seconds to get those 2 points. That's a trade that Chanhassen will gladly take. Beautiful finish from Freitag, now with 25 points. He's at his average, but Chanhassen has done well on some of the other Jaguars. Holland, just 5 points tonight. He averages 13. Cobalt has got it going a little bit now with 9, not too far from his average, but defense the story for Chanhassen in this game. If they win, that's where they can point to in the film study of this one.
And I think going back to what you're saying about Holland, he hasn't scored many points, but also he's been one of the lapses on defense today. There were a couple of plays where he totally left his man open and that allowed him to score. I was saying that before. But there were also a couple of plays down in the corner to try to get the ball back, and he just couldn't seem to do it. So I think it's also just the lapses by the Jefferson defense that have allowed Chanhassen to score so many points.
So certainly pressure defense now for the Jaguars. But it's still a 3-possession game. Chanhassen has not trailed since the opening couple of minutes. Jefferson got a couple of buckets early. They led 5-1. Then Chan went on a 19-2 run. Built a lead of 15. Jefferson got it level once in this half at 44 all, but the Storm have pulled away, and now Woods is going back to the line for more free throws. It is a 1-and-1. You can see on our BEC-TV scoreboard, Chanhassen does have the arrow in the event of a jump ball. Woods can pretty much seal it here with a couple of free throws. Had a slow start, 6 points in the first half, but now 13. Makes this one, it's right at his average of 14. It spins out. 8-point game, Freitag gets the return pass, juggles it and still scores. And final timeout for Jeff Evans.
That was look at this replay, right? He goes up, loses control of it, gets it back, and puts it in all in the same couple of milliseconds. That is some fine ball.
Yeah, not many kids with that kind of athleticism. That's why Daniel Freitag already with a pair of Big Ten offers. As a former Gopher, Daniel, let's just seal the deal right now. Go ahead, and I know you can't sign yet, but we'll help try to get you to the University of Minnesota. Be a great place for him to land. He's going to have a lot more offers than that. He's only a sophomore. A lot of choices.
Yeah, he just got to improve on this season, which, I mean, this season's already fantastic. So he just has to do this over again. He's got a great future ahead of him.
Almost certainly to be a top 100 player in the country, too. I know they haven't settled in on those rankings, but tremendous talent for Jefferson as a sophomore. But right now the Jaguars are going to need probably a turnover, at least one, if not more than one, and they have to do it all in 12 seconds, plus get somehow 6 points. A tall task. A foul on Adkins. At least no time went off the clock. It's the 9th team foul, so still in 1-on-1. So you got to hope for a miss, but Woods is 5 out of 6 tonight. Chanhassen trying to break a 3-game losing streak. It would also end a Jaguar 3-game losing streak, plus avenge the earlier loss Chanhassen had to Jefferson. That was at Chan, where the Jaguars won by 15. They're close to wrapping up all of that, especially when that free throw from Woods drops. Back to a 3-possession game. Freitag pulls up, not enough room to fire. There's the three, and it's good. No more timeouts left for Jefferson, though. And the Storm can let the clock run out. Despite 30 points from Daniel Freitag, not enough tonight as Chanhassen gets a huge road win. They get to within one game of Jefferson in the Metro West, Calvin, and now above 500 at 10-9 overall. I thought it was an impressive performance. Certainly the first half was key for them, but I also like how they responded. Once Jefferson got it even at 44 all, Chanhassen ended the game strong, and I think that bodes well for them heading down the stretch.
Yeah, Chanhassen played really professionally today. You know, they had their defense. The defense was great all game, and they molded. They molded the right way to fit the way that their opponents were playing, and Jefferson did all they could. But in the end, the win definitely should have gone to Chanhassen because they played some of their best. They played some of their best ball today, and they should be proud of themselves.
Jefferson falls to 12-6, now 8-4 in the Metro West. They can certainly still win the Metro West. We'll see how they end up tonight, as they had been tied with Benilde St. Margaret for the top spot in the division. Well, always fun to announce a game with you, Calvin. Hope to do it again soon. Not Jefferson's night, as they were led by Daniel Freitag. He had 30, but not enough, as Braden Barger finishes with 16, 14 more for Max Woods, and a huge road win for Chanhassen. Once again, our final score, Chanhassen 57, Jefferson 53. For our entire BEC-TV crew, for Calvin, Emmons, and Geisel, this is Josh Powers saying good night from Jefferson High School.